Watch this every day and change your life. Have you ever noticed how most people live like they got unlimited time? They keep waiting for next month, next year for when things get better. But no one told you the raw, uncomfortable truth. Tomorrow doesn't owe you anything. And if you keep waiting to feel like it, you'll spend your whole life just wishing and never actually doing. You know why? Because what separates ordinary people from those who build a legacy isn't luck. It's mindset. It's consistency. It's having the courage to pay the price while the world's asleep. Sounds tough? That's because it is. But that's exactly where the path begins. While others search for motivation, the ones who actually change their lives know that action comes before inspiration. Strength is born in the middle of pain. This isn't one of those just believe in yourself and everything will work out speeches. Because it won't. Not if you don't change the way you think. If your mindset stays the same, your results stay the same. You'll keep repeating the same cycle, only with more age and more frustration. And the question is, how long are you willing to live like that? If you're tired of feeling stuck, if deep down you know you were made for more, but you can't seem to break out of where you are, this video might be your turning point. You're not going to hear tired old cliches here. You'll face truths that may hurt, but those same truths can set you free. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to win. You just need to unlock it and take action. And if you make the choice to watch this every day, don't be surprised when you start to move differently. Think differently. Feel differently. Change hurts, but transformation is worth every second. So, are you ready to begin? Some people wake up early, but they never wake up. Some dream big, but never get out of bed to build it. The difference between wishful thinking and real achievement? Hunger. And I'm not talking about your stomach. I'm talking about that deep fire in your soul. That restless drive that pushes you forward even when your body's begging for rest. But hunger alone means nothing if it doesn't walk hand in hand with discipline. Discipline is the steering wheel for your ambition. Without it, you're just spinning in circles. The person who's truly hungry for success does what others leave for later. When everyone's chilling on the couch, they're studying. While the world's enjoying the weekend, they're planting seeds. Because they get it. This game isn't about bursts of energy. It's about consistency. It's not about motivation. It's about repetition. Daily focus, repeated effort, intentional choices. They carry a winning mindset. They know they'll make mistakes, get tired, but they won't quit. Discipline isn't waking up at 5 a.m. just because it's trendy. It's getting up when no one's watching. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's saying no to quick pleasures and yes to your purpose. Want to grow? Start by owning your routine. Swap 1 hour of scrolling for 20 pages of good book. Try the Law of Success or the original manuscript. Set simple daily goals. Read 30 minutes, run 2 kilometers. Small steps, big transformation. So who really wins this game? Not the most talented, the most committed, the one who handles the pressure. The one who keeps mental clarity in chaos. Talent might get you to the door, but discipline turns a handle. And when discipline meets purpose, man, that door doesn't just open, it flies off the hinges. Success isn't a gift, it's a mission. And your commitment to that mission has to be sacred, non-negotiable, untouchable. You might be thinking, but I don't have time. Denzel, don't kid yourself. Time is about priorities. Replace an hour of Netflix with an hour of execution. Plan, organize, prioritize. Own your calendar or it'll own you. The real world rewards quiet discipline. The kind that doesn't show up on Instagram, but turns an ordinary life into a journey of greatness. And once you understand that, then, yeah, you're ready to face what's coming next. Pain is inevitable. Choose yours wisely. Pain. Just hearing the word already hits something inside you, doesn't it? But here's the raw truth. Pain is part of the deal. There's no escape. You can feel the pain of sacrifice now, or the pain of regret later. And let me tell you something, my friend. The pain of regret screams louder. It whispers in your ear every day, reminding you of what could have been. Look around. Everybody's battling something. Some struggle to push themselves to the gym every day. Others cry because they don't fit into their clothes anymore. Some feel the pain of saving money to build their future. Others feel the sting of spending it all on temporary pleasures. Pain is always present. The only thing that changes is the outcome. Effort hurts, yes, but it builds you. It creates resilience, confidence, and self-worth. You know what's powerful? Watching someone choose the pain of growth. Someone who embraces a challenge with courage. The student who chooses to study instead of going out. They're feeling the pain, but they're planting success. The single mom waking up at 4 a.m. to study, work, raise her kids. She's walking through daily trials, but paving a future that'll shine. Now here's the catch. If you don't choose the right pain, life will choose one for you. And I promise you, it won't be the easier one. It'll be the bitterness of missed chances. The frustration of watching someone else live the life you let slip away. The regret of not committing when you had the chance. So what's holding you back? Fear? Exhaustion? Lack of clarity? All valid, but none bigger than your calling. So get ready, because what comes next will ask more from you. It's going to poke places you've been hiding from for a long time. But it's also going to light a fire inside you that no one else can put out. And that fire, that's where the key is to destroy the one thing that silently kills all progress. Let me tell you something. If there's one thing that quietly destroys dreams, it's excuses. And the worst part? They usually sound logical. Now's not the right time. I don't have enough time. I don't have support. Yeah, I've heard them all. But here's the simple truth. Excuses are fear-wearing makeup. They dress up your inaction, make it look reasonable, but they keep you stuck. How many brilliant ideas have died at "I'll start Monday"? How many incredibly talented people got lost waiting for the perfect moment? Life doesn't come with a pause button, my friend. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that separates you from your purpose. And the longer you wait, the further you drift from your goals. That's why people with clarity, those who live with vision, they cut excuses at the root. They know progress demands execution, not explanations. You know that dream you've had sitting on the shelf? That career change, that course, that move to a new city, that healthier body, that book you've been meaning to write? Yeah, it's all still waiting for you. But you're too busy explaining why you haven't started. Trade those explanations for action. Start small. Read 10 pages a day. Record 1 video a week. Talk to 1 new person. Create movement. Excuses take you nowhere. But consistency? That'll take you anywhere. Now be honest with yourself. Are you more afraid of trying and failing? Or looking back 10 years from now, realizing nothing's changed? The pain of trying lasts a moment. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. When you truly know yourself, you stop living in the cycle of self-sabotage. You start treating yourself like someone worthy of success. Because you are. From this point forward, the game changes. But only for those willing to cut the ropes holding back their progress. Because what's coming next goes straight to the most powerful force you have, your mind. And that's what decides who you're going to be from now on. Before any visible achievement, there's an invisible battle. And it happens right here, inside your head. That's where greatness is born, or where it dies. You can have talent. You can have opportunity. You might even have support. But if your mind isn't ready, you'll sabotage it all. Your mindset decides whether you run toward the challenge or run from it. And here's the crazy part. Your mind can be trained just like a muscle. Most people live trapped in their own minds and don't even realize it. They're stuck thinking, I'm not good enough. It's not the right time. It's too late. All lies, all limiting beliefs, programmed in childhood, school, or negative environments. But a winning mindset is built with courage and action. Change your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, I can't, start saying, I'm learning. It sounds simple, but it shifts everything. Want to live an extraordinary life? Then stop acting like you're just average. Average people chase comfort. Committed people chase growth. And growth hurts. Because growing means leaving behind your old self. The old you can't take the new you to where you're meant to be. Want to change your life? Start by changing the questions you ask yourself every day. Not why is this happening to me, but what can I learn from this? There are mental habits you need to build now. Daily affirmations, intentional reading, meditation for clarity, a journal to organize your thoughts and emotions. Do that for 21 days, then 60, then 90. That's what mental reprogramming looks like. And when you combine that with action, the sky stops being the limit. It becomes a starting line. Leaders like Nelson Mandela, Kobe Bryant, even Steve Jobs, they all started by shaping their mindset before shaping their reality. And you know what's incredible? When your mind shifts, your body follows. Your habits follow. Your decisions follow. It's like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes clear. But careful, because too much light also reveals the shadows. And that's when it gets real. Because now, you're going to have to face something most people avoid their entire lives. There comes a point in the journey where you simply can't keep being who you've always been. It's that simple. The you that got you here is not the same you that will take you to the next level. And this is where most people fail. Because letting go of the old version of you is uncomfortable. It's like leaving an old house where you know every crack in the wall, to move into a mansion full of doors you haven't opened yet. But growth demands detachment. You can't move forward carrying everything. Think about it. How many times have you felt stuck? Standing still? Chances are it wasn't the world holding you back. It was you, clinging to habits that no longer serve you. That laziness you label as exhaustion, the constant comparison that drains your self-esteem. Those friendships that don't lift you, they just weigh you down. It's time to let go. Time for a deep emotional, mental, and spiritual cleanup. And that takes courage. Too many people try to build a new future with a mind trapped in the past. That's like trying to climb a mountain with a backpack full of rocks. You want to reach the top? Then open that backpack. Throw out the fear, the wounded ego, the pride that keeps you from asking for help, the need to please everyone. Replace it with clarity, focus, and confidence in your mission. Sacrifice who you were to make space for who you can become. Here's a simple but powerful exercise. Write down 3 versions of yourself. Who you were, who you are, and who you want to be. Now read them out loud. If the gap between who you are and who you want to be feels too wide, then change needs to start today. How about trading 2 hours of social media for 2 hours of investing in yourself? Start writing. Start meditating. Start training. Start studying. Simple actions, but they send a loud message to the universe. I'm ready to change. For real. Letting go of the old you isn't a loss. It's a release. It's making room for the version of you that's already waiting, ready to rise the moment you give permission. But don't get it twisted. Once you open that door, what comes next will demand more from you than ever. Consistency. And that's when you'll have to learn to fight every day, even when no one's watching. Starting with energy is easy. Staying committed, that's the hard part. In the beginning, it's all hype, loud music, motivational quotes taped to the mirror, adrenaline running high. But when the excitement fades, the only thing that holds the mission together is discipline and consistency. That's the moment where the line is drawn between those with real focus and those who only had good intentions. Want high performance? Then learn to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Every single day. No exceptions. That's the essence of quiet progress. The winner is never the fastest. It's the most consistent. The one who writes even when the inspiration's gone. The one who trains while tired. Who studies when unmotivated. Who keeps showing up when no one's watching. Because consistency builds reputation, and reputation builds opportunity. People who are committed to their purpose don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. Remember, big results are just small actions done relentlessly. Listen, you don't have to crush it every single day, but you do have to show up. You've got to step onto the field where your dream is being played. If your goal is to build a business, start by dedicating 1 hour a day to studying marketing, leadership, and finance. If your goal is health, Commit to 30 minutes of walking, clean meals, and 2 liters of water a day. The secret to transformation? Doing the ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. That's how you build a winning mindset. But let's make one thing clear. Consistency isn't rigidity. It's wisdom. It's knowing how to stay in rhythm, even when life throws you off beat. There will be days when your mind says stop, when your body begs for rest, and when results just don't show. But if you're clear about your mission, you'll keep going anyway. Because real growth doesn't only happen on good days. It's forged in the tough ones. Every act of effort is a step on the staircase to your legacy. Every disciplined moment lays another brick in the foundation of your success. And as you master this kind of relentless consistency, you'll start to see a future that once felt out of reach. A future where you look in the mirror and say, I became who I was meant to be. But for that to happen, you need to understand something deep, something no one else can do for you. There comes a time when you can't keep passing the blame. It's not about the government, your past, your boss, or your partner. It's about you. The future you keep dreaming of. It already exists, but it's waiting for one thing, your decision right now. Everything you want to experience tomorrow begins with what you're willing to do today. And what you do today echoes. It echoes in your results, in your legacy, in your story. Your future is watching you and asking, are you really going to keep putting this off? Look back for a second. How many things have you already overcome that you thought would break you? How many challenges? How much pain? How many falls? And still, you're here, standing. That proves something. You've got resilience. You've got inner power. What may have been missing is intention, direction, the courage to say, enough, and the commitment to do whatever it takes to turn vision into reality. The version of you that wins already exists, but it depends on your daily choices, on your execution, on your courage to act, even without guarantees. You're closer than you think, but you'll never see it if you keep negotiating with doubt. So ask yourself right now, what would your future self say about your actions today? Would they say, thank you, or why did you quit? Because that answer, that's where your truth lives. You don't need a big breakthrough tomorrow. You need a bold decision today, a clear choice, a determined action. And if you fall along the way, that's okay. Get back up and try again. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Winners don't avoid pain. They understand pain is proof that movement is happening. So keep going with consistency, with clarity, and with belief in yourself. Because if you have the courage to keep going, even when it feels like nothing's changing, then trust me, everything will change. Transformation doesn't happen at the top of the mountain. It begins the moment you decide to climb. And that view from the top, oh man, it's reserved for the ones who didn't quit halfway. So tell me, after all of this, are you really going back to the same routine? Are you going to ignore the calling you just heard inside you? Or are you finally ready to do what needs to be done? Not to impress anyone, but to honor the person you were born to be? You want an extraordinary life? Then let me ask you this. What are you willing to sacrifice today to reach what only a few ever will? What part of your old self needs to die right now to make room for a version of you that thinks, acts, and wins differently? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. This is the moment. There's no such thing as a perfect time. There's only intentional action now. So don't let this message stop here. Use it as fuel. Write down your goals. Watch this video again every week. Send it to someone who needs it. And above all, choose to stay faithful to your purpose. And if you want to keep getting content with this kind of fire, the kind that pushes you forward even when everything feels heavy, hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the bell. Because here, we don't just talk about motivation. We prepare you for real transformation. Now it's on you. Are you going to keep dreaming? Or are you finally going to start building?